Sawadee Kup and welcome to Thailand News Today. Sorry about not being here on Friday, but it was a national holiday, as is today. But we'll get to that in just a moment. Firstly, though, we're not going to be talking about today's national figures in Thailand because there's quite a lot of conjecture as we speak about some cases out of southern Thailand which could either add or subtract from the national numbers today. We've got all the latest news about it on Thaiger.com. We'll certainly do our best to try and make sure those figures are up to date by the time you get around to seeing this. But for now, let's get into today's news. Well, today is the fourth day of a 4-day long weekend here in Thailand. It's Coronation Day. It was a year ago that His Majesty King Maha Vajiralongkorn ascended to the Thai throne. Last year's ceremonies were held between May 2 and 4, with the actual coronation of the new king happening on the third day of the event. One thing Thailand does particularly well is grand ceremony, and His Majesty's coronation was a broad spectacle, given full live coverage on television with thousands of Thais lining the streets in Bangkok to capture some of the pomp and ceremony. The last crowning of a Thai king was for his father, King Bhumibol Adulyadej, on May the 5th, 1950. There's going to be more alcohol bans this week on Wednesday, but it's nothing to do with the COVID-19 crisis here in Thailand. In fact, it's one of the special days of the Buddhist calendar, Visakha Buscha Day. The ban's nothing to do with the coronavirus or the recent provincial bans on buying alcohol. The ban on alcohol sales was lifted yesterday in all but 6 provinces. There was a rush on stores carrying alcohol, with Macro and Tesco saying they were close to running out of stock in many locations, despite being ready for the onslaught of sales when the doors opened yesterday morning. Whilst COVID-19 ban is now lifted, the country will have another 24-hour ban on sales from just after midnight on Tuesday throughout Wednesday. The owners of entertainment establishments in Pattaya have had a meeting over the weekend at the Hollywood Club to discuss how to move forward in a COVID era. They were exchanging ideas on appropriate safety measures to implement as part of a future reopening. For now, all bars and clubs around Thailand are closed until further notice as part of the measures in place to prevent a reignition of new cases of the COVID-19 virus. The 20 business owners attended the meeting and between them came up with a variety of suggestions that could be put forward. Looks like, though, there was plenty of ideas between them at the meeting. There wasn't much distance. The ideas proposed included the mandatory wearing of masks, bar staff to wear face shields and gloves, temperature checks at every venue, a limit on the number of customers admitted, and the logging of ID and passport numbers for possible contact tracing. Doesn't really sound like what customers were probably going to the bars for. Meanwhile, police raided a small bar just outside the city for violating the COVID-19 emergency decree. The raid took place at the Pussycat Club in Nong Pru at 9 p.m. on Saturday night. Police officers were acting following a tip-off that the bar was open and selling alcohol. 8 people, 5 Thais and 3 foreigners, were found to be drinking on the premises, violating the ban on social gatherings for the purpose of consuming alcohol. Over the weekend, some 581 Thais returned from 5 countries. Over the weekend, the flights with repatriating Thais arrived from the Maldives, Hong Kong, Singapore, Spain, Russia, Kazakhstan, the Netherlands and the UAE. Some 4,165 Thais have now returned from 24 countries since April the 4th, not including the thousands who have returned across the land borders. And marine officials have reported schools of black-tipped reef sharks around Koh Hong in Krabi. Another case, officials say, of recovery of the local ecosystems around the area. The Tan Bok Korani National Park staff were checking the area around Koh Hong and came across dozens of these black-tipped reef sharks swimming and feeding along the shores. They reported that there could be a group of up to 50 black-tipped reef sharks with a body length of almost a metre. They were chasing after mullet fish, a rare sight apparently, according to the marine officials. Well, that's the way we saw this national holiday, Coronation Day. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget that you can subscribe right here. And I can't go without saying, may the 4th be with you.